Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Abomination wave, Mar-Vell. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we continue to look at this Marvel Legends Abomination Build-A-Figure wave, aka the Gamerverse wave, but I'm looking at the comic book characters, and today we are looking at Mar-Vell, or Captain Marvel. I did have this figure back in the Toy Biz days, but I think he is definitely worthy of an upgrade, and I do think this will be a nice addition to the cosmic section of my shelf. And again, no accessories with this wave apart from the Build-A-Figure piece, but as you can see, it's a massive Build-A-Figure piece in comparison to the figure. But Captain Marvel looks good. On the side, we're getting a comic image of Captain Marvel as well, again on the back, and then we get a little write-up that reads, "The powers of flight, superhuman strength and stamina make Mar-Vell a celebrated warrior." So I am bringing back the Who Is He segment in this very review, so stay tuned to learn about the character even more, as this is essentially Captain Marvel, the first person to have the name Captain Marvel in the comics before Spectre and before Carol Danvers. So yeah, stay tuned for the Who Is He segment. But as always, we have a list of all the figures in this wave you need to build the Abomination Build-A-Figure. Today I'm looking at Mar-Vell. So as I said, he's been around for a long time in the comics. Now I'm going to add him to the display. Let's open him up. So here we have Mar-Vell out of the box. Now the figure looks good, but no accessories. This whole wave has been very lackluster with accessories so far, but we do get the Build-A-Figure piece for the Abomination Build-A-Figure. Remember, it's the Gamerverse Abomination, and I will build and review him once I've went through all the other figures in this wave, so stay tuned, stick around for that. Today, now, is all about Mar-Vell, or Captain Marvel, as the people of Earth thought that was his name, as they didn't understand it was Mar-Vell. But yes, this figure is looking nice. Definitely a figure that we needed an upgrade of. I remember having the Toy Biz version, where it was very dangly. That body mold was definitely outdated now. So it's a nice update to a character we've had before to add to your shelf. A bit more streamlined than with the rest of your figures. So the paint job's good. All looks clean, to be fair. So let's zoom in and have a look at the details. So taking a closer look at Mar-Vell, everything looks good. The face is quite bland, but again, it's the character design. It's not really Hasbro's fault. The eyes are whited out, no real detail to the face apart from the painted on mask, but it doesn't look too sloppy. A little bit of blue on the ear, but nothing major. And then the hair is a separate piece, sort of just plopped on top of the head. There could have been some wash on there, but maybe there is, but it's just not a lot. But there's definitely a decent sculpted hair on top of that head there. But still, looks all right. The star on the chest as well looks quite clean, to be fair. And so does the rest of the paint work and all these lines. I like how the blue's like a little bit metallic. The only thing I can sort of notice is that on the forearms here, you can see the forearms are molded in the blue plastic, and then these upper biceps are in the red plastic. So when they've painted red on the forearms, it doesn't really match the red plastic of the upper arm. So again, nothing crazy. It's nothing that I'm bothered about, but I just thought I would point it out. I do think they've picked a decent body mold for this figure as well, as he's not crazily muscular, but he is obviously well built, as he is a Kree warrior after all. And again, on the back, it's just the reds and the maroons, shall we say, maroons and sort of metallic blue down to the boot. Yeah, looking decent. The only separate piece on this figure are the gauntlets. Now, he doesn't come with any interchangeable hands or anything. It would have been good to get some flat hands like you could do with the previous Toy Biz version, because they had articulating hands and articulating feet and everything. But still, we get fists, and you can pop that off and pull off the gauntlets if you want to. Don't know why you would, as obviously you need them for a more accurate costume design. And again, I don't really go over articulation when we've seen these body molds before, but I do want to think it's worth pointing out you can get his head bent decently back and get those arms up and get this guy in a decent flight stance, as this guy obviously flies around the galaxies and whatnot, and you can definitely do that for your shelf, no problem at all. Looks decent, ACBA and all that good stuff. So yeah, happy with how you can get him posed, get him on a flight stand, off, and away. So the figure is simple enough, but definitely an updated we needed for this new era of Hasbro Marvel Legends. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Now, what is a shame though, is that there's a whole new generation of people that are never going to go back and read the comics and know that this was the very first Captain Marvel. So let me help you by giving you a segment I like to call Mar-Vell. Who is he? This is part of the video where we ask the question, who is he? And I try and give you a little bit of information about the character this figure is inspired by. So Mar-Vell, who is he? Mar-Vell was the original Captain Mar-Vell and is an alien Kree soldier who was sent to Earth as a spy. He first appeared in Marvel Superheroes number 12 in 1967. This costume design, however, was given to him by the Supreme Intelligence when he decided to stay and protect Earth, so he ditched his Kree colours. With many cosmic abilities, Mar-Vell protects Earth and has even been an Avenger. So there you go, I hope that helps. Again, I do not claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters these figures are inspired by. So, now you know Captain Mar-Vell, let's bring in some other people who have also donned the name Captain Mar-Vell in the comics. First being Carol Danvers. This is who the new generation are going to grow up thinking is the one and only Captain Mar-Vell, but little do they know. We also have Monica Rambeau, who this isn't her outfit for Captain Mar-Vell, but at one point in the comic she also donned the name Captain Mar-Vell. So yes, all of them have been Captain Mar-Vell at some point, but Mar-Vell himself is the one and only. And then here we have Mar-Vell compared to all of the other figures I've reviewed in this wave so far. And these are all of the comic book figures in this wave. And I'm very happy I did pick them up because they're all characters I needed in my collection. And I love adding new characters to the display. So of course we have Leader, Rage and Mark 1. All looking very nice. Pal, so there you have it. Final thoughts on Mar-Vell. It is a very nice figure. Yes, it's a simple figure, but it's a nice representation of the character it is meant to be portraying. And it's going to be a nice addition or even an update for your cosmic displays, as I do think this is probably the best Mar-Vell we have in figure form. So as always, you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to be adding this guy to your cosmic displays? But as always, if you want to see more reviews, then check out the videos tab, all the playlists, but most importantly, please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. And if you want to support the channel that little bit more, head over to Patreon, links in the description below. But until then, people, my name is Dan W, and of course I shall see you on the next one.